Hi folks, we're still at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, the RTR, and we're going to meet another good friend of mine, someone I admire and have followed his blog for a while. He lives in this beautiful Nissan. This is Wayne Weirs, and what's the name of your blog?
WayneWeirs.com.
WayneWeirs.com, that's easy to remember.
W-I-R-S, yeah.
And this is your Nissan that you live in.
2013 Nissan NV 2500.
Big, tall guy you got there.
Yeah, I got this much room to stand too.
Well, you're a reasonably tall guy. And how long have you been mobile?
On the road probably since 2007, I think. This is my fourth rig. You know, each time you go through a rig, you make it better by one step. So yes.
Hopefully that's the plan.
This is the best rig so far.
Okay. This is a really, really, really good one. And so you obviously like living mobile. You've been doing it.
Yes, I love it. I used to write software, and as long as I was online, as long as I could get online, I could make a living doing it. So now I'm writing a book, and it works out perfect for that too. So.
And what's the subject of your book?
Oh, the book is about what I call mystical oneness. Basically, it's my message to people. It's a spiritual message. It's basically the less there is of you, the ego, the more there is of love that flows through you. And that's basically what the book's about.
That's a very, very good message. That's a core message probably to both spirituality and religion.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it all boils down to, you know, if you take the politics out of it.
Yes, the humanity out of it. Well, I tell you what, we got a breeze and a little cool. Let's take a look at your rig.
Here we go. It is not a four-wheel drive. I believe you could get it in a four-wheel drive, but it has apparently the locking hubs type of thing. I've never gotten stuck in it on the rear wheels.
Like Positrack.
Yeah, like Positrack, exactly.
Okay.
So I've never gotten stuck in it. I take it everywhere. It's built on a Nissan Titan body, so it is basically it's a truck with a van body on it. So it's a real rugged type of vehicle.
So why don't you give us the tour?
Okay, well, as you can see, this is my bed. It lifts up so I can get underneath it and stuff, but I won't bother with that. It is built on just everything I did in here. I mean, it was a really simple build. Everything I did was based on drawers that you can get at a thrift store or a Target or Walmart or whatnot. This bed is just nothing but a piece of plywood, you know, that sits on top of these dressers.
So you have two
of the matching dressers. My storage stuff is under here. I have an easy chair over here, which is where I do a lot of the writing and whatnot in.
So you took out your front seat, your passenger seat.
Right.
And is that attached in any way?
Oh no, actually it's not. So it's not. Well, it's just like anything else. Until you can, if there was an accident, yeah, it could get thrown around. But what I do when I drive is I lock it in the rear position so that I can see out the passenger side mirror.
So it's a wall hugger.
It's a wall hugger.
Slides out, drops down.
And it drops down real low. Right.
That is a sweet setup there.
It is.
I'm in love with that.
It's super comfortable. And a lot of people don't like glass in their vans, but I tell you, I would do it all over again, because when you're sitting there, and maybe Bob can sit down in it and kind of show the view that I kind of live out of. Go ahead and sit down. You see that the glass, it really adds a lot more open feel to this van. You know, it's a very open van by having it that way. I have limo tinting on the windows, so I hardly ever need to use the privacy curtains.
So you've got glass, you got windows in this full size. It's a passenger van.
Yeah, it is.
And if I turn to look out the window, I've got there. And if I look around, window, 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 back window, side window, and then window on the passenger door.
Right.
So yeah, you've got a lot of light.
Yeah, it's a lot of light, very open feel to it. I have running water I put in. It's just a standard RV pump. Anybody could install one like that. I've got the propane is underneath this brown dresser for my one burner stove. I had a Whitner refrigerator, and that worked great for about a year and a half, and it died, but I could fix it. But I've been actually living without refrigeration for a while. It's not that hard to do. And I had storage up here above. As you see, I have everything kind of strapped down because I do take it to on some rough roads a lot. Fantastic fan, and that works out well. I would definitely do that. The solar, I have 420 watts, 3 panels on there, and I have about 300 amp hours of batteries. So I could probably go almost a week without sunlight, without hitting the dreaded 50% mark on your batteries.
So you don't have a single built-in item that you bought the plywood and assembled in here, do you?
All I have is I put one piece of plywood for the bed. That is the only thing that is the only carpentry work I did. Everything else is simply angle brackets holding it down. It really is. These are just, everything else was bought or found.
So you don't want to go flying if you have to slam on your brakes.
Absolutely, no, it's very, very solid.
Just simple L brackets.
And they're on the legs and everything else, just so that you don't have to worry about it moving forward and stuff. And all the dressers are tied down that way, so to speak.
And do you remember off the top of your head, you've got 2 dressers and 2 side dressers, in table kind of for a bedroom. And what have you got invested? The thrift store, I assume?
This was free. That was free because they were my parents' old condo. These 2 dressers were probably $50 each, maybe. I bought those new. They're well-built dressers. So no, hardly anything. I mean, the sink, I don't remember what that cost, but it was very cheap build. I mean, the most expensive was the batteries for the solar, really.
Yes, no, that's a lot of money. Remarkable. So you didn't have to be an ace carpenter. You didn't need a lot of tools.
No, and like I originally only put it in this way because I thought this is just going to be a temporary build. This is just what I'm going to say. You know, I'm going to make I made a run up the East Coast to try and test it out, and after I was done with the run, I said, you know, I kind of like it this way. I haven't changed a thing. You know, I had originally turned around the seat, the passenger seat, but I didn't find that nearly as comfortable. And I have the extra room. I don't know if you notice this. There's no big hump here because of that weird front end of this vehicle.
Right.
So I have room for a the recliner, and you know, I would do that again too. You know, I'd do the same thing.
I miss not having a recliner.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's very comfortable.
Yeah. I lived in a box van for 6 years, and the first thing I did, big open empty space, was bring in recliner.
I'll tell you, you want to be comfortable. I don't think enough people stress that how important it is to be comfortable in your home. And these are our homes.
Right. Step in, and we'll give you an idea how tall this roof is.
Yes, I am almost 6 foot tall, so there's probably about 2.5, 3 inches there over my head.
Right.
So
no,
and that's with 2 inches of insulation. That foam insulation. That's with 2 inches insulation up underneath this. So
you stay really warm in here.
Yeah, I stay very warm. It does if you put your fingers on the windows, you'll feel it. But I mean, you use the comforts and stuff. It has not been a problem. So.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the only air I did in the build, if you show that the spigot on my sink, is when it gets real cold, that spigot freezes because it's so small. But that's the only air in my build. It doesn't it doesn't freeze up anywhere else, but that'll freeze up because it's such a thin. That's a standard water type of a bar sink is what that is. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I love the layout and everything.
So this is just something you would put in a garage. It looks like.
Yeah, well, yeah. These are for like closets. This is, and I attached it, to plywood, so it's nice and firm. But yeah, and these are just, you get these anywhere. These little bins. And that's where I store all my foodstuffs and whatnot.
And being fabric, they're very light.
Right. Mm-hmm. And for this, I keep my clothes into the dressers, and that's really all you really need. And various electronics in the yellow dressers.
Remarkable.
Yeah, I'm real happy with it. Like I said, if I wrecked it, I get the same thing.
So you just got the dresser drawers. You didn't no making drawers, no carpentry. Just
and to keep
open the door and close it.
To keep these closed during travels, I don't know if you see that. I just have a little piece of plastic here that I whip open and stuff, so that keeps it from popping open on those washboard roads, which are really tend to open drawers real easy on you.
Yeah. Well, Wayne, I'm just tremendously impressed with the phenomenal job you've done.
Well, thank you. And like I said, it was super easy. You got those. Like you've recommended before, getting thrift store type of outfitting your rigs with the thrift store stuff, furniture, and this is exactly what I did.
I see you're using the Wave 6 Olympian.
Yeah, this is probably too big for this rig. I went a little large on that one. On the 6, I light it on the high, but I almost always use it on the low setting.
Right,
So
right.
it's probably too big. You could get away with what's the small one, the 3?
Wave 3.
3.
There's a bigger one above it,
Yeah.
but the Wave 3 is really ideal for these tiny spaces.
And it works well. You know, there's my seat, so it keeps me warm. You know,
Right? Your toes never get cold.
no, they get hot.
And cold toes is a significant issue for most van dwellers.
It is, yes,
That's
sir.
a big problem. But
Yes,
you got
sir.
yours a foot away from the heater. You're never going to get them things cold.
No, absolutely.
Wow.
So yes, I'm very pleased with it.
Well, Wayne, thank you so much for sharing your home with us, and you've got the complete build on your website.
Yeah, I have maybe we can give the link to that on your thing. It's
We'll do it.
for van dwelling, and you can I have it in an ascending order, so you can kind of follow it along as I did it.
Right.
Too. Yeah.
So they can see all these things one by one, how you
Right,
do it.
right.
One thing we didn't cover was your miles per gallon.
Oh, miles per gallon is about 16. It started out around 14. It's got a little better. Not a lot more than that, but that's probably because you have that big sail up there, you know. But still, to me, it's well worth it. It's well worth the not having to bend over and being able to go anywhere. I think that's well worth the lower mileage.
Yes, and then no doubt it costs you some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything has a cost, but to me, it's well worth it.
Good price, yeah. Well, Wayne, thank you so much. I appreciate showing us your home, and check out Wayne's website, and I think you'll enjoy it. And if you've got a spiritual bent, you'll tremendously enjoy it. And you can just learn, if nothing else, you can go and learn about how he converted his van here.
Well, thank
All
you
right,
very much,
Wayne,
Bob.
thank you. We'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Bye.